YouTube, happy Sunday to you. Got a little bit of an update for you. American Machine grab handles for your Humvee. These grab handle here, they sell them for 2-man, 4-man conversions. And I purchased one because I got a 4-man M1165A1. But they don't advertise that these 2 rear door grab handles work with your hardtop Humvee. The B pillar is different on a hardtop versus the soft top Humvee. I didn't realize that early on. But when I was informed of that by American Machine, I told him, you know what? Give it to me anyway. Let me get that 4-pack. Because I can't have just 2 in the front and nothing in the back. People in the back got to get in too. They don't want to struggle. They don't want to struggle either, you know what I mean? So it wouldn't be fair. But if you have any fabricating skills within your body whatsoever, then it's an easy fix. So as you can see, so there you have it. Grab handle is installed on the rear door. B pillar. Now I'll go ahead and explain to you in a nutshell what it takes to make that happen. Very easy. Very easy. Let me go ahead and have a seat. Of course, you want to use only hand tools when it comes to this. They recommend that as well. But you're going to have to first start off by removing this bolt. Bringing that whole seatbelt bracket down. Easy. These 2 bolts here. Right here. You want to remove those. That holds the bracket in place. Get all that out of the way. The original bolts that go through the B pillar, you're going to lose one of them. You're going to sacrifice one of them for this mission. But at the same time, you're still going to be adding a half bolt, which is down here. So this bolt here on your hardtop is your half bolt originally. You're going to be adding a half bolt here. You're going to lose a bolt. Actually, you're going to lose 2 bolts. Take that back. Behind the handle. Behind the handle up there is a hole for a boat that goes through the B pillar. Behind the lower handle is a bolt that goes through the B pillar. Like I said, you're going to be adding this half bolt down here, and you're going to be drilling a new hole. I believe it's this bolt here that's underneath the half bolt, because this bolt only goes halfway through the B pillar. The next one here is when you're going to be drilling into your American machine bracket. So the two that you're losing, the full through bolts, you're going to be replacing one of them by drilling a new hole. So instead of losing two bolts completely, I know it may be confusing you, but you're adding a bolt that goes all the way through the B pillar because you're drilling a new hole. I confused myself, to be honest. But you still got the structural integrity, is what I'm trying to say. So, as you can see, it's on there. It's sturdy, just as sturdy as the front ones. See if we can get you over there to the front. Let's get you to the other side, out of the direct sunlight. Okay, here we are, YouTube. Driver's side. Very easy install, per their video instructions. Wish I could show you the other angle, but the sun is not working with us right now. I just got one side left to do, which is the driver's side, rear. I'll be done in about 30 minutes. So like I said, the entire install for the rear took about 30 minutes. And as far as this bottom bolt here, you're using one of the bolts that they give you. You're gonna tap that and insert one of the last 4 bolts that they give you in the first place. So you have everything you need, other than tools, of course. And all you're doing is lining up the holes to the existing bolts on your truck. You're going to use the first hole. That's going to go in your bracket. You're going to use that. The rest, place it on side. Place it on side of the existing bolts of the truck. And mark on your bracket where the new holes or whether the existing holes need to be enlarged. Got the sun working against me. I apologize. But like I said, take a grab handle. Use the first hole. Get all the bolts out of the way. All the lower bolts out of the way. Line up with the other holes on the B pillar. The bottom one down here, you're gonna have to mark and you're gonna have to tap it. The other ones on the two oval holes on the bracket itself, you're gonna have to use a reamer. You're gonna have to use a reamer and enlarge those holes. Maybe 1/4 inch, I'm not sure. But you gotta make those holes, you gotta drop those holes a little bit lower. And that's it. That's it, YouTube. So understandably, they don't say that it will work, but you can make it work. And if I couldn't have made it work, then we'll just throw them in the garbage and move on to the next task. But I knew that one way or another, I was gonna get them on my truck. And in the end, it turns out to be easier, a lot easier than what I thought it would turn out to be. So you can do it too. Just want to let you know that. So if you're interested in buying a 4-man grab handle set from American Machine Innovations, never fear. You can get that installed on your truck. Even though they don't advertise it for the hardtops. But you can do it, and it is doable. That's all I got for you, YouTube. Let me give you one more look at it. And we out. All right, YouTube, I'm back. I felt like I didn't give you enough information. I don't want to leave anybody out there hanging. So, in the middle of me trying to do the last door, I want to give you a detailed instruction. It's a little hard because, like I said, I'm dealing with this son. It's not easy moving the car around, moving the Humvee around. Excuse me. So, after you take the seatbelt unit off, then you start taking off all the nuts to these B-pillar bolts. Just start taking them all off. Don't take the bolts out. Push the 5 in, but not all the way through. Leave the first one sticking out. Place a bracket on there. Okay? Now you know that this bolt, which is a half bolt, 1, 2, 3, 3 down, is a half bolt. It's a threaded bolt. Goes into a threaded sleeve. That's gonna need to be rimmed open, bigger. Okay? Number 4. 1, 2, not your half, but 3 and 4. Your number 4 bolt is gonna need to be reamed out bigger on your American Machine grab handle plate. Okay? This last bolt down here, that's the one you're gonna drill and tap using the drill and tap that they provide. But you don't do that part until the very end. Otherwise, your hole will be misaligned. So, the way I labeled them was bolt 1, bolt 2, half bolt, because it doesn't go all the way through the B-pillar, bolt 3, bolt 4, bolt 5, and bolt 6 is the one you're going to have to tap and add. Like I said, Get the first hole lined up with your bracket. Mark how much lower that oval opening needs to be. Mark it on both. Go ream it out. As you can see, I had to ream, make the holes bigger. Okay, once you got the holes enlarged and you can run the bolt all the way through on number 2, or excuse me, on the half bolt and on number 4, which is right here. Then clamp this bracket down. Clamp this bracket all the way down. Mark hole number 3. Right in the center where you believe it's going to be. What I like to do is take the bracket off, put it alongside the upper bolt, right where dead center would be. Now I can mark bolt number 3 roughly on the bracket. In this case, you can see that little mark there. Okay? So now you know where you have to drill a new hole in your bracket. Once your oval opening is open, you can slip both through the B-pillar. You've opened a new hole here for your half bolt. Excuse me, not your half bolt, your full bolt. A new opening here, hole number 3, which is underneath the half hole, which does not go all the way through. Hole number 3, that bolt is going to go all the way through into your bracket. So you're going to have a bolt, 3 bolts in the center of your American Machine bracket. Okay? You're eliminating the one that goes right behind the handle and right behind this upper handle. You're eliminating those. Okay? But you're adding one, like I said, for number 3. You're continually using that bolt which goes through the middle of the B-pillar. And you're also adding one, a half bolt, down here at the bottom. So you're not losing your integrity of the B-pillar. Once you got those in there, all the bolts going through everything, tighten everything down. Put your handles back on. You're good to go. You have a B-pillar installed on a Hardtop Humvee. In this case, an 1165A1. So hopefully that helps out somebody out there with a little bit more details. Now I'm out of here. Peace out.